to another Models by Me. This time we'll be unboxing Azure Ffrom's 1/72 scale Fairey Battle Mark 1 in Belgium. We will do this in the usual manner of having a look, well, starting off with the history, then the outside of the box, then the contents, then the instructions, look at the sprues, and then my final thoughts at the end. Oh, I have been waiting for this kit. As soon as I heard about it, I pre-ordered it and waited since, well, it feels like years for it to come out, but it's out now. It's out. So, without further ado, let's go on to the history of this thing. Thank you, title card. Right, so in 1933, the British Air Ministry wanted to replace the ageing Hawker Hart and Hind bombers. The specification called for a two-seat, single-engined monoplane. So Fairey entered with this. Designed to meet the specification of carrying 1,000 pounds of bombs up to 1,000 miles away while travelling at 200 miles per hour. To help the battle to achieve this goal, it was equipped with the newly developed Rolls-Royce Merlin. Yep, the same engine that powered the Spitfire, Hurricane, Mozzie, Lanky, and about everything else. At the time, the major air power's belief was the bomber will always get through. So if bombers were intercepted by enemy fighters, they wouldn't need much to fend off the fighters. Then the speed of the bombers would help them escape and continue on to their target. So each Fairey battle was equipped with a grand total of 2 machine guns. One facing rearward, manned by the radio operator, and one facing forwards, controlled by the pilot. The Fairey battle was praised as being robust, easy to fly, even for new pilots. Cockpit was quite roomy, which is, as any pilot could probably tell you, is a benefit, especially if you then go and fly the 109. But some of the controls needed work to make them simpler. They're a little bit complicated and require 2 hands. Prior to its first flight, the air staff concluded that the original specification would not be suitable with any potential conflict with Germany. Bit of foreshadowing there, wasn't there? But in 1937, when the battle had entered service, it was already pretty much obsolete. The advances in aircraft technology meant that the fighters not only flew faster and higher, but also carried a lot more machine guns, such as the 109, the 110, Hurricane, and the newest fighter being developed, good old Spitfire. Well, not quite good old at that point, is it? During the Battle of France, the 109s completely outclassed the Fairey battles, being 100 miles per hour faster, plus being armed with either 4 machine guns or 2 machine guns, 2 cannons. Battle squadrons suffered heavy casualties in France. As a result, they were quickly withdrawn from combat, being replaced on the front lines by the twin-engined, faster, but just as lightly armed, Bristol Blenheim. With the bombing role and the ground attack role of the battle being replaced by more capable aircraft, the battles found new roles as a target tug and trainer aircraft, being used by the RAF, Canadian, Australian and South African Air Forces. Some battles were even sold to the Turkish Air Force. Battles were even used as a test bed for various different engines, from Rolls-Royce and Napier. One was even converted to use a Wright R1820 Cyclone radial engine. So if anyone fancies converting a battle to use this radio engine, I would love to see that result. Battles were even used as a base to develop the Navy's new fighter, the Fairey Ffrom, dropping the bombs and the third crew member, and changing the armament to 8 forward-firing machine guns. But that's a story for another video. History on the kit. It is a brand new kit, released this year. So, there ain't much history to tell on it. So without further ado, let's actually look at said kit. Right, so outside of the box, I'm going to have to try and lift the camera up a little bit here, because the box is bigger than what I can get under the stand. Whoops, I'm also trying to turn the power off. Now do not touch the camera. Right, so we got lovely artwork of the Fairey battle in Belgium markings. Got the pilot, you got the radio operator, you got the third crewman hiding behind the fuselage there. And you can kind of see there's no spinner on the front of this. And you also got the old, like, the bead, and there'll be like a ring sight in the cockpit. Yeah, the fancy heads-up display target systems weren't in this thing. So anyway, lovely artwork. Just let you know it's from Azure Ffrom, 1/72, and it's a Fairey battle. Down the side here, again, tells you it's from Azure. Fairey battle. Designed and concept invented in France, tooling and moulding made in the Czech Republic. And it's an injected model kit, which is a limited edition. Huh. I'm going to struggle to show, so I'm going to have to do it at an angle here. So again, we got the front box art. It tells you exactly what it is, where it comes from. All the usual fluff, barcode if you want to scan it. Oh. And just says the same again. Underside. Now, you ready for this? Because this is absolutely brilliant, the underside. Ready? It's an empty box. Contents. So we have a baggie full of all the sprues. Nice to see even the clear plastic has a baggie of its own in there. We have the instructions. Nice coloured instructions all throughout. And we have the decals. So they're in their own little baggie as well, so let's have a look at these. Oh, they're nice. They're nice. So, got Greece, if I remember correctly, RAF, and of course the Belgium. Bear with me. So. That is your instrument dials. That's going to be fun later. Alright, let me put these away and then we'll have a look at the instructions. Right, hopefully the camera's going to behave. So let's have a look at the instructions. So we got, again, just a side art of the Fairey battle. Lovely history on it in French and a bit more in English. Look at the inside. So we have a part list or sprue map, fuselage, wing, it tells you if it's not required, inside gubbins, clear plastic. So we've got all the symbols down here, which optional, which question mark, instant, not pronouncing that, glue, as long as it's regular glue, bend, don't think there's any bending in this, scratch build, oh there's some scratch build stuff, don't think in this kit either, but we'll double check. I suppose if you want to make your own seat belts. Colourful drill, and then the paint, which is marked with a letter and a blob of paint. And down here it tells you, so let's bring it up here. So you're going to need, for guns colour, grey-green interior, that's Combo 78. Black, tyre black, aluminium, burnt iron, dark iron, clear red, clear green, leather, and yellow. Start off with the cockpit section. So glue all this together. It actually comes with the feet pedals as well. Oh, this does look good. This looks good. Stage 1. We're going down the Revel route. So, start with the cockpit section. Second, we then go on to, I think that's the radio operators section, this bit. I believe that's what that bit is. Next, this extra bit here, which is the... oh, let's put it here. It's the bit that separates the radio operators to the rest of the fuselage there. To be honest, I can partly see I'm going to glue this and it's just going to be all in the wrong shape, so I'm probably going to hold off when I've glued this bit together, actually work it in and attach it to the fuselage at the same time. Hopefully it'll try and line everything up properly. Next, we've got to put all the gubbins on the inside of the fuselage sides, gluing the decal onto the front of the instrument panel, and then glue the instrument panel into the upside down fuselage. Is that the radio operator's equipment? Yeah, that looks like radio equipment. Ooh, you get the radio stuff in there as well. So you'd either have the machine gun stored away, or in the firing position. So you need to make your decision quite early, because the very next step is glue everything inside. Still haven't seen this bit appear yet. Also, depending on which version you want to paint, though, this could wait to the end. What type of exhausts do you want? And the different types, and you've got to put the firewall in as well, and the tailwheel. Tailwheel's two-piece again. Ugh. Anyway, next, the landing gear. So I glue all the landing gear bits in, so it's quite interesting. So you got the tubs to put the wheels into, well, the struts into, and then the extra bits around it. And then lights. Yes. You have to glue the lights together. I am dreading thinking how small that's going to be. That is just going to be a pain to do it. Oh, I'm not looking forward to that bit. Next bit. Paint the interior of the lower wing. Glue the bomb aimer window in. Glue the lights in as well. And then, hey, this bit's back. Oh, it's a seat. Are we making a seat? Oh, I can see it now. I'm looking at this and I could never figure out what this bit was. It's a seat. Might need a before and after on this bit if you're watching this from Azure. After which, we then put the landing gear in, extra support struts, and then put this section in. Once that's all done, glue the upper to the lower wings, and then onto the fuselage with lights. Next, glue in the support arms for the landing gear, and it even gives you a nice little cutaway here of what it should look like. Then we've got a choice of front radiator grille as well, so lots of options in this kit, and as you could probably see after gluing the radiators on and the ailerons, 3 different machine guns. Appears to be 2 different types of Brownings. And a Vickers K. It tells you scheme A, B and C, and I think they even appear... Yeah, they even appear on the painting guides as well. Next. Canopy. Glue the canopy on, glue the extra bits on as well. Glue the front cap onto the fuselage and then put the propeller on. So, looks like you can have spinny propeller. If you fancy spinny propeller, push that through the front section and glue it into the propeller. Like me, if you do not care for spinny propeller, glue that to that to that and then all this onto that. Done. Next, glue the 4-piece wheels. Oh, that seems excessive. Glue the 4-piece wheels together twice before gluing them onto, well, actually, there you go. Glue them onto the landing gear. I love the bit that has to specify the rest of the airframe is omitted for clarity. Glue on the mud guards as well. Glue on the little bit of covers for the landing gear, and that is it. So your paint guides. You've got the Belgian one in dark green, dark earth, aluminium dope, and aluminium. So the aluminium dope being the underside and the aluminium for the propellers. I say propellers like it's plural, propeller, single. REF version, a bit more basic, dark green, dark earth, black, and then yellow for the tips on the propellers. And then, that was right, it was Greece. And then the Greek Air Force one, which is the exact same colours. Is it the exact same camouflage on all 3, was it? Oh no, he's different, that's inverted. One scheme A and one scheme B, and there you go. So scheme A and scheme B just basically refer to if it's that way around or that way around. And then the other kits. Now let's have a look at the other kits that I can't buy at this particular moment. So we got jets. Apologies, some of them I say modern, they're not modern anymore, are they? But some of these I'm just not interested. You might be though. Then we got a PTO-11, an aerobatic plane, Gamma 2E bomber. That looks interesting. Ooh, biplanes. Biplanes. Is that a Bristol fighter by any chance? Oh, it must be a development of a Bristol. No, it's not. It's not a Bristol fighter. It must be a development from it. Or just because it's got a radio engine, not radio, inline engine at the front and the radiators at the front. Yeah. Spad 510. That looks interesting. Aboard here's B10 export. Yeah, interesting. The other Fairey battles in this kit, in this range, I really want to get them other Fairey battles. And what appears to be the bane of my life in War Thunder at times. I swear, every time I go to shoot one of these things down, it just blows me up. I swear it's this thing. I can't remember. It's been a while since I played it, War Thunder. I just knew the French bombers always took me out for some bizarre reason. Anyway, that being that, let's have a look at the kit. Let's have a look at the sprues. Right, so this is going to be a bit more wobblier, but sprue time. So we're going to start with the wings. Let's have a look. Are you going to focus on the wings? Probably not. Yes, it did, my god. Okay, started with the lower wing. Let's have a look. Nice detail on the fabric surfaces there. These are the bomb bays here and here. But yeah, there's no bombs in this kit. It's a bit of a mission, but oh well. Quite nice. Panel lines are... they're shallow, very shallow, so probably not that ideal for brush painting, probably better for airbrush, that is. Then we've got one of the ailerons. Sprue catching on this is a big sprue. That's because I'm looking at the wrong way. Oh no, there is literally... yeah. I swear there was something there when I looked at this last time. That's just completely blank. Okay. That's a bit of a shame. I was hoping for a bit of detail there. So the instrument panel, quite bare. That's where your decals come in. Stop wobbling. Oh, that's the other half of the... also, wait, does this have optional ailerons as well? Didn't think it was around for that long. No, it's just you got the fabric ones, and then the fabric bit aileron, and then the rest of the aileron there. Upper wing. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, it's nice and deep. Very nice. Interior here, kinda basic, unfortunately. Couple of the optional exhausts. Are they two-piece? No, they're the single-piece. That is... oh, there we go. One lot of exhausts, which... yeah, it's going to pick up on camera. Just about. There is a hole there, or an indent to represent it's actually a tube and not just a solid bit of metal sticking out the side. Me likey. Unfortunately, the rest, because they're molded sideways on, are just solid tubes. There's nothing there. And that is... that's the bit so you can attach these onto. Seem to be missing a set. Oh well, that just gives us an excuse to look at the next sprue. Fuselage. So let's have a look. You got the rivet screw holes, well, screw holes more likely at the front there on the engine and cockpit section. No rivets. But the rest of that, very nice. Wheels are plain. That's the bit for the machine gun. That looks very airfixy. Almost looks straight out of the Airfix kit version. Firewall with radiator grille. Radiator grille looks nice. Tyres are smooth. Do not like smooth tyres. Well, try and give us a bit of detail, but it might not have detail. Very nice, very nice. Inside of the cockpit section. Nice, you ain't going to see further forwards in the firewall here, and then not going to see much further back here either, so... there we go. Inside of the wheelbase, and... not much there. That's the thing as well, even here, if I go jump back to this one... oh no! I stand mistaken, I forgot to check this bit. But yeah, there is some detail on the inside here. Some. So, but, better than none. Look at the bomb bays there. detail bits where there's another instrument panel. Ah, that's what I was expecting. Starting with the instrument panel. There you go. I'm holding it off to one side because if I put it more or less under where the light is, you can't see anything, so I'll put it to one side. A bit of detail there, but no dials or anything. Again, that Academy Comet kit, that spoiled me. But that's nice. That's nice. The radios here. Very nice, very nice. Detail is a bit shallow, so you're going to struggle with that one a little bit. Tail wheel, this is for the tail wheel, and it's flashy. Or was it intentional? Where's the tail? I think I just found the tail wheel. Nope, that's a hub. Anyway, we'll come back to the tail wheel that's right there. Oh, it's flashy. You're going to have to cut away the flash for the tail wheel. Extra little components that go on the side and the top. There's the control column there. Let's go this way where we have... That's more exhaust. Well, there's the exhausts. They'd probably go with that. Where's... Oh, that one. That one, right, there you are. So these ones would go with these bits here. So just like... Oh, I see. Can I do this without shaking the camera too much? There's extra bits here that aren't here. Very nice, very nice. So there's a lot of options available for this kit. And equally with the fuselage on a separate sprue. Okay, there's a few extra pieces that you're going to need. Hey, you wonder if they're going to do the target tug. And there's even a turreted version. I swear there was a turreted version of this. As in a proper turret, not the machine gun sticking out the back. I wonder. Right. Stop drooling over the kit. Let's get on and have a look at the rest of the components. Where did I get to? Aha, here. Very nice, very nice. Bit of the wheel there, some of the landing gear, struts and stuff. Oh no, that's lights, that's lights. There's that interior bit that I was going to have to... Yeah. Very nice, but all the holes are moulded through. They do look like they're all moulded through. And not flashed over. Hang on. These aren't flashed in, but that's probably to give it support. So if you break it, you bought it. But you had to buy it to break it, but you know what I mean. Anybody that's been in retail would know exactly that. More like components. Some of the control, that's the control stuff on the inside around the cockpit. Mudguard. Propeller. Quite a nice propeller. Interior bit there. Quite nice. Contains fuses and stuff. Really nice. And then let's have a look at the Brownings and the Vickers. There we go. So, don't know if the camera's quite picking up. I'm gonna get. I could get just about get away with it here. But overall, very nice, very nice. The Vickers K, I can actually see the trigger in the I can actually see the trigger and the trigger guard there. That's nice, that's nice. The of course the top of the magazine, the handle's going straight across. It's easier to mould. That's just a little extra now you can just cut off. Oh, nice. Seat. That's that. A bit basic. No seatbelt, so there is space here for you to add your own interior and extra stuff into it. Is that the extra spare Vickers magazines? I think that is. I'll double check the instructions in a minute and have a look at that. Right, clear plastic time. Interior detail is worth absolutely nothing if you cannot see inside it. I think you could pose this. I'll double check actually, I forgot to check. I know you can have the rear section here. Rear section of the canopy open so you can actually see into the radio compartment. I can't remember if you can have the front section of the canopy slid back. Nothing for the bomb aimer though, that's annoying. Right, clear plastic looks nice and clear. The parts of the wings that are not supposed to be the lights are like fogged up a little bit there, so you can gonna have to take my word for a little bit on the camera. Just about to make it out there. So, okay, it gives you a bit more of an indication of what needs to be painted and what doesn't. Now the test. First test, can I get the instrument panel into view? So the detail will show on it. There we go. And then can I put the glass on top? I can. I'm specifically looking at this bit. See, I'm looking at an angle there. The curved bit, just try and get on that curve, which is a bit hard because the light reflects straight off it. Okay, natural. Oh yeah, I can see right on the edge here. So if we look at the edge along here, and then when I put this over the top, you can see, yeah, there's quite a bit of refraction there, so, okay. That's to be expected, but the clear glass, what's supposed to be clear glass, clear plastic, is fairly clear. Will you stop shaking camera? Okay, so the clear plastic is fairly clear. Let's just make a nice bonus. Right. Let me put this lot away, and then I'll give you my final thoughts. So, final thoughts on Azure's 1/72nd scale Fairey battle. Oh, it looks good. It looks so good. It's nice to have another 72nd scale Fairey battle that isn't the Airfix Golden Oldie. Nothing wrong with the kit, but it is an oldie. Also comes with bombs. But the Azure one, it's so good. Those extra bits on the inside, the little discs that I thought were the magazines for the Vickers K, they are for the Vickers K. Though the catch-22 is if you're going for a version that had the Browning and not the Vickers, you don't need to put all those in there, but then there's all the little locator holes, which is something I forgot to pick up when we were looking at the Sprues. There is actually little locator studs scattered about on this kit, so This is a little bit newbie friendly, just like the actual Fairey battle itself. But the canopy looks like it can only be glued in the open position. It doesn't look like it can be glued in the canopy looks like it can only be glued in the closed position. It doesn't look like you can have the open canopy. And the wheels, despite showing them up in the cover art, look like they can only be moulded in the downward position as well. I think that's another trump to the Airfix kit, because I think the Airfix you can have the landing gear up. I don't know, because I have my landing gear down all the time. So, this has a lovely interior. The exterior looks good. If you've been on this channel for a while, you could probably guess what the scores of those are going to be. But first off, skill level. Now, Azure don't put a skill level on this, so I'm going to have to think this one up myself. So, scale 1 to 5, 1 being beginner, 2 easy, 3 intermediate, 4 you need a bit more experience, 5 you need to be a master. So what I normally say is a 2 is a Spitfire, and 3 like an Airfix Spitfire, and 3 is like a bomber, like the Blenheim, or, well, not the Wellington. But you get the idea. Skill level for this. It looks like it's going to be easy to put together. The interior probably will not be friendly. Say the bit where you got the 2 arms coming down the side and you got to put the extra bit on top of there. That might throw people off. Also, the other thing as well, it told you to glue the radio operator's seat pointing forwards. If the machine gun's out, that seat needs to turn around and point backwards. Something again for the instructions, so also you could probably just figure that one out yourself, maybe. Don't know, but again, just to make that a little bit user-friendly for beginners, Azure. But skill level for this, I don't think it's a 4. I wouldn't say this is a 4. Some of the interior would probably be the hardest part, but again, there is all locator stats, and it's not you glue flat bit of plastic to flat bit of plastic and hope for the best, with that exception with the sides and the... I'm going to say skill level 3. This is a nice intermediate kit. Interior detail. 1 being bare boned, 5 being you could literally just paint it up like it's the real thing, or it's not bare plastic basically, which this definitely isn't bare plastic. Interior detail, I am thinking 4.5. Now, I do not include pilots on this because some kits have pilots, some kits do not. So to say, oh, you get a 5 because you included a pilot and you only get 3 because you do not. No, I do not do that. The reason I say 4.5, you could say knock it down to a 4, but the other stuff in there, I'm saying 4.5 for this one. But no seatbelts. Other providers give you 2 seats, one with seatbelts and one without seatbelts. So you can put the pilot in or out, if you had a pilot. Again, no dials on the instruments, but that is purely because Academy has spoiled me. So that's only like a 0.001 tick, that's no. But I think the main thing is the Bombay. Now that's probably a third-party exclusive, not third-party extra piece that you have to buy and convert into this. But there's no bomb aiming stuff. You have the window to look out the bottom of, but there was a bomb aiming sight. I don't recall seeing any of that in the instructions. Plus, okay, you're not going to see it, so there's no point detailing it. But the little cubby hole that the bomb aimer, because remember, this was a free crew. This thing had 3 crew members: pilot, radio operator, rear gunner, and the bomb aimer. So where did the bomb aimer go? Because there's nothing there. Okay, you ain't gonna see it, so there's no point putting it in. Fix Wellington would like to say otherwise. In fact, they're also the Whitney, because you can't see anything inside the Whitney, and yet there's a load of detail on that kit. But no, I think 4.5 for the interior detail for this. Exterior detail. It is good. It is very good. I am thinking 5. In fact, I'm going to go with 5. Again, if you're brush painting, you might have to be a little bit careful when it comes to the panel lines over the airbrushes. Airbrush, I've finally got a decent compressor, so I should be able to start airbrushing soon as well. But, no, exterior detail is good. It's all there, you got the lights and everything, so I'm going to give that a 5, which gives this a grand total of 9.5 out of 10. So, if you liked the video, hit that like button, comment below, have you already made this thing? Have you beaten me to it? Is there any traps to look out for? Or actually, is this a very easy kit to put together? And subscribe to more videos. Have a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks, bye.